So, Squid Game. Let's talk about it. Everyone has heard of Squid Game. It went absolutely viral. Everyone heard about it. And if you haven't, I am concerned, but go check it out. It's on Netflix and it's really, really good. However, Squid Game wasn't just a show. It was real. There were real actual events, real suffering, real systems that treated human beings like disposable players in a game. So, yeah, welcome to the disturbing history behind the real-life inspirations of Squid Game. When Squid Game premiered on Netflix in 2021, it became the platform's biggest series ever. It was created by Hwang Dong-hyuk. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I am so sorry, forgive me. But the show tells a story of 456 financially desperate people competing in deadly children's games for a massive cash prize. But what many people don't actually know is that the story wasn't purely fiction. It was inspired by real historical events and real social crises. So let's go back in time. In 1997, South Korea was hit hard by the financial crisis. Companies collapsed, unemployment skyrocketed, and families lost everything. Many people who once lived in a stable middle-class lives suddenly found themselves drowning in debt. And in South Korea, personal debt carries an enormous amount of social shame. Well, actually, I think everywhere kind of does, really. Yeah, bankruptcy wasn't just financial ruin, it was personal humiliation. And Hwang Dong-hyuk, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry, has said that he wrote Squid Game after reading about people trapped in extreme debt, individuals who felt like they had no escape. Now, here we get to something really disturbing. From 1975 to 1987, in Busan, South Korea, there was an institution called Brothers Home. Oh, sounds friendly, right? And it was presented as a welfare facility meant to clean up the streets. However, thousands of people, including the homeless, children, and even individuals who hadn't committed crimes, were rounded up and detained there. And inside, survivors later reported forced labor, beatings, starvation, and abuse. Over 500 deaths were officially recorded, and survivors say that that number was much, much higher. People were treated as disposable, controlled, numbered, silenced. Sound familiar? I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is correct, I'm pretty sure they had the same outfits. While Squid Game is not a direct retelling of Brothers Home, the psychological themes, dehumanization and power imbalance, forced participation, yeah, that's a dark period in South Korea's history. Then, in 2023, fiction became reality. Netflix released Squid Game: The Challenge, 456 real contestants, $456 million million dollar prize, the largest prize in reality TV history. People willing to endure extreme discomfort or risk humiliation for a life-changing money. But here's the absolute truth that I think a lot of people can't ignore, is that the real-life Squid Game isn't a secret island with masked billionaires. No, the real life, it was just something more subtle. It was economic inequality. It's debt. It's systems where the powerful watch whilst the desperate compete. The genius of Squid Game isn't the violence, it's the realism. And I think that's the reason why the show itself was so incredibly popular. So was there ever a literal deadly Squid Game? No. No verified evidence says that there was, but the history behind the show and what the show is inspired by is kind of unsettling, that the fact that there was anything that was even close to it. We've created systems where desperation can be monetized, where suffering becomes a spectacle, where people will risk everything for one chance at financial freedom. Honestly, I had so much fun researching and looking into this. And if there's anything that I've missed or I've got incorrect, please comment down below. I would love to read through your comments. This is a new channel and I've always loved stories like this, and I was told that apparently I have a nice voice and I should do something with it. So here we are. If you're interested and you actually really like this stuff, feel free to subscribe so you can see more stuff like this. As always, hope you guys enjoy Squish Stories. Duck is out.